Australia, they said. It's winter there right now, huh?
Oh, that's right. All right, everybody. Hey, listen, my name is Donovan. Is our step two-star. We're kicking things off this evening. We're going to talk to you about the training program, what it is, what you've got to do to make sure to take advantage of it. I'm pumped tonight to have Tanya on. Thank you so much, Tanya, for jumping in with us this evening.
Oh my gosh, honored to be here. It has been so fun. We just kicked off our 90-day action plan, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I taught on this last night, and I'm excited to teach a little bit more golden nuggets tonight.
Awesome. Well, thank you. All right, so I'm coming to you from Florida. I'm excited. It's really cool. We actually have a group going on in the back. We had an Experience Isagenix open house this evening, so a lot of great things happening and taking place. Let me talk to you real fast about Step Up to 2-Star and what it is. There's a couple things we want to make sure you do. So we're kicking things off tonight. It's just kind of a pre-planning, making sure that everybody's in the right mindset to get us going, okay, and get us thinking about Step Up to 2-Star. The training starts, the qualification period starts on Monday. So you want to make sure to get registered. We're actually going to extend registration for one more day. So if you have not registered yet, make sure to go to stepupto2star.com and we'll get you registered over there. I'm going to put that in the chat for you, and I'll make sure it's in the comments below. But go stepupto2star.com, register. Everybody's got to register so that we can get you in the group, because we got to make sure that you're that you meet all the qualifications and everything for the group. And then, man, I mean, it's going to be next week. And tonight is about getting our mindset ready, getting us ready to go, ready to think, ready to plan ahead. And I'm so excited because, Tanya, this is something that you're wicked passionate about. And I'm just pumped and thrilled that we've got you on the first call tonight.
Thank you. I'm so pumped up to be here. I know this has been a huge facet of not only our growth, the team's growth in general. And so I'm happy to pay it forward tonight.
Awesome. So, hey, tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us about you and Jeremy and how you guys got to Isagenix, how you guys got here.
Thank you for asking. I was in a place where I felt so stuck. We were in the downturn of the economy. Jeremy has been a master at really what he was doing in his industrial finance job. He was well respected. And unfortunately, Arizona was hit really hard when the downturn of the economy came. So I was gifted eyelash extensions, and I went and had them done. And I was like, I could do this. I could do this so I could help, pay and save our house, because we were really in a struggle financially. I was locked out of 3/4 of my closet, and I saw the beautiful Tracy O'Malley up on a mountain on Facebook when I was done with my, 8 hours doing eyelash extensions, really teeny tiny. And I thought, oh my goodness. And we'd been longtime friends. She was a neighbor that lived right around the corner. And I reached out to her and I was like, all right, what are you doing? And she told me, and I was like, that's great. And my belief system was that if you were going to be healthy, you needed to do the work. You needed to go to the grocery store, cut all the veggies, really understand how food worked in the body. And I said, that's so great. So instead of starting Isagenix, I started and went and bought a juicer. And I kept seeing her with this beautiful blonde hair waving. She called the top of the mountain her office, and I was like, snap, I am not getting the results like what she's getting. So I called her back and I said, I want to get started. And she said, I won't let you start and just short yourself. I want you to help get started on a value pack. And my background was in teaching women how to coupon shop and save the most amount of money. And so she really had to work to show me the value there. And I told her, listen, I love you. And I just want you to know I have every desire to return this pack after 29 days. And she started laughing. She always met me right where I was. She was really a master at that. And she shared with me about the you share, they share. And I was like, listen, I've had everybody and their mother come and talk to me about opportunities and referral marketing. And I was burnt out. I had been a part of a couple of other companies and worked really hard and never really had received the generous compensation plan like Isagenix. On day 4, I put the products in my body. I slept through the night and I came skipping down the stairs and I told Jeremy, oh my goodness. And he's like, you're like one of those crazy people on this happy product page we were part of. And I said, babe, I slept through the night. That's priceless. Do you know how many women lay on my table every day and they're stuck out of their closet? They're so tired. And the rest was history. I remember looking around at him and saying to him, Jeremy, this is what I've prayed for. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I know how women struggle. And I turn around and I go, I will be an Isagenix millionaire. And I'll never forget how forward speaking it over and over and over again. And the act and the art of serving others really caused that to come to fruition. So it's been an amazing journey. The people are the best gift along this journey, and definitely the culture of Isagenix. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so glad you're here, and you guys are touching lives every day, and we're seeing that and seeing the impact of that, which is great. I appreciate what you guys are doing there.
Thank you very much. We're honored to be a part.
Absolutely. All right, guys, well, let's go ahead and jump into it. And I know some of you guys said I was choppy a little bit, and I apologize. I wasn't able to connect to the Wi-Fi, so I'm using my phone. So we're making it work, man, and we're getting through here. So I'm going to not talk a whole lot, so I don't want to interrupt what Tanya's got going on, and I don't want to be a distraction here. But let me share a little bit real fast about Step Up to 2 Stars. So we are, this really is part of the Step Up training that we have going on. So hopefully you guys know about Step Up to Success. It's all about helping people figure out what are the steps I need to do to get to the next level. So if I'm a consultant, how do I get to manager to director, executive, and beyond? And that's really the first part of this for us is we want to help you, if you're an executive, get to that 2-star spot, right? And it's not just about achieving it. And I want you guys to understand that. This training isn't about just getting to 2-star, getting on the mountain and going, yay, I made it. It's about getting there and staying there. We want to help you build your business, because for us, building your business is about a couple things. Number one, it's about you impacting people's lives, right? It really is. If you're building your business and you're growing, then you're providing leadership for other people. You're providing inspiration for others on your team. You're providing motivation, encouragement. You're investing in people's lives and helping them transform their lives. So that's what this is about, right? So that's first. The second part of it is that as you're building your business, you're achieving your dreams. And we want to help you and encourage you to achieve your dreams, whatever those are. And that, to me, that's what this is, and that's why it's so important. So when you think about Step Up training and Step Up to 2-star, that's really what this is for us and what we're attempting to do tonight. So there's a few things in this that we want to make sure that you do, okay? And that we want to make sure that you think about. First is it's about accountability. So as we get things started and kick things off on Monday, I'm begging you, please find somebody. Maybe it's somebody that's involved in the training. Maybe it's your upline. Maybe it's somebody that's cross-line. Right? Whoever it is, find somebody that can hold you accountable. Find a partner that you can connect with on a regular basis, right? And we've got here on a weekly basis. I would dare say make it every other day, right? Every day, check in. Are you doing the do? Are you doing the work that's going to help you to get to where you want to be? Accountability is key. Yep, thank you, Tanya. I mean, it is. It is so important to everything that we do. So that's the first part. The second part is it's a commitment. Right? And so we write down there, I've got down there, sign a personal contract to commit to that. With your accountability partner, this is the work that I'm going to do each week. This is the goal that I'm shooting for. This is the work that I'm going to do each week to make that happen. These are the things I'm going to do on a daily basis to make that happen. And I'm going to hold you accountable, and you're going to hold me accountable. And you guys sign it, right? Put your name down on it. Make a declaration. Make a commitment to do the work and make it happen. And then work towards that target, work towards that goal, plan for success. And that's what Tanya's going to talk about tonight. But it's really about your intentions on where you want to be at the end of the 17 weeks and do everything that you have to do to make it happen. Do everything you have to do to get there. There's 3 words I talk about whenever I do this Step Up training. And I think these 3 words, if you can really wrap your mind around it, to me, that's what this is all about. And these 3 words will change not just your business and your focus, but it's going to change your life if you can implement this in your life. It's intention, focus, and action. Set your intention. Where is it that you will be, right? Not just want to be, but where will you be? What is my intention? What is your intention? Focus then is removing all the distractions in order to make sure that you know exactly what you need to do that. And then action. It's all about getting into action. If we are on this call tonight and everybody high fives and we had a really good time, that was great information, and we do nothing with it, it was a waste of all of our time. It was a waste of all the effort, and it would go nowhere. But we get on these calls, we do this training, we present all of this for you to help you set the intention, help you to focus on the things that you need to do, and to encourage you to take action. And guess what? You're the one that has to take that action and go do something with it and make it happen. And so that's what we want for you guys tonight. All right? So if you guys will do those 3 things for me, find an accountability partner, commit to doing it, set that target, and make sure that you make it happen and go for it, then this is going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome 17 weeks. Right, Tanya?
I'm ready. I'm so excited. This is so fun. I mean, think about what's at your fingertips and how awesome our company is to offer this to every one of us. I'm so excited.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, as we're going along, if you guys have questions, if you have successes, give a shout out. Send us an email at stepuptosuccess@isagenixcorp.com. Let us know what's happening, okay? Because we want to be able to celebrate those successes. If you get on and you say, hey, listen, this is my goal, this is what I'm going for, we want you to be able to jump on and share those successes with us, okay? So email us. Let us know what's taking place. Let us know what's happening. Nick, great question. Will there be a Q&A at the end? We will probably have a session where we're going to be able to offer a little bit of Q&A. But as you guys have questions, email us here so that we can address it and talk about it along the way. All right, we've got great training planned out for the next 17 weeks that'll get you started. So with that, Tanya, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'll kind of guide over here with the PowerPoint, kind of walk us through this, but forward focused thinking and feeling. Why is that so important? Let's kind of dive into that tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Donovan. I appreciate you, and I'm so excited to be on the call. I think it is so important for us as we are really looking at towards our goals and what we have in front of us, feeling worthy of them, knowing and speaking that out even before we have the feeling is so important, because you will follow in the direction in which your words, your posture, your goals, our unconscious mind needs a target. And we learn this so much through the Healthy Mind and Body and how important it is. And so you need to think beyond what your next level is. I tell everybody it's great to get to executive. That's awesome. And I pump them up and I celebrate them. And then I say, now let's do it again. And then we're going to do it again and we're going to do it again. And so really having that mindset to always move way past the target instead of focusing so heavily on the target, you want to think and focus on the target and then past it.
Yeah. And that was actually key in celebration. One of the things I really heard a lot of everybody talking about was having that culture of executive, right? Just culture of executive. I'm going to be executive. I'm going to build and develop executives on my team, which is really important. So big idea, think beyond just where we're going right now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. All right, cool. Okay, so let's talk about, here we go. So we're going to create, let me go back. Create a plan. So talk to us about this. What are some really key points to this about building out our plan to make this happen?
I love to be able to talk to leaders, and they're so fired up, they're really excited, and they're like, now what? And I always ask them, who are you looking to attract into your opportunity? What does this look like for you long term? What are your top 10 attributes of that next leader you would love to invite along on this rocket ship? And I love to be able to give them that picture. When I'm talking to people, I'm not saying, hey, I'm going to pull you up into a rocket ship opportunity. I scoot over and I pat the seat next to me and I say, hey, I would love to invite you right next to me on this rocket ship opportunity. And I think about, what are the attributes of a personality? What do I look like in a leader? So I was very intentional and I laid that out in 10 high attribute of a leader. And when I'm coaching people, I'm like, hey, I want you to think of who's the next leader you're going to invite into this opportunity right next to you in that rocket ship. And then they get all fired up and they're so easy to say, this is the leader that I want. And they turn around and say, no, you got to be that leader. You have to be who you are wishing to attract. And it works like seamlessly every time. And in doing so, it's flexing your spiritual muscle, your physical muscle, your mental muscle. How are you growing yourself in order for you to help other people grow? And it's so important. A lot of times we flex one muscle and we miss the others. And at that time, you're like fishtailing. So it's really important that you are being the leader that you wish to attract. Have people write out the top 10. And then I encourage you to be those top 10. Is it a person of integrity? Is it someone who is always going to meet people where they are? And how do you respond as a leader? If someone says something that rubs you wrong, knowing that 99% of what other people do has nothing to do with you. It truly is about serving people and remembering hurting people are hurtful. And so if someone snaps at you or they say, no, I can't believe you're a part of something, blah, 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 you look at them and then I smile and I'm like, man, they just don't know what they don't know yet. And it's our job to help meet them where they are, educate them, and show them what's possible. And that leads us into vision casting, going beyond 2-star golden circle. 2-star is just cracking the very beginning, truly, of the compensation plan. It is really getting in and stepping into that leadership and leaning into the most uncomfortable parts of the build. And that's being honest. Selena did a great shout out for us today, and I love her. She was there for us in a really sticky part of the build, feeling a lot of tension and really asking, what is your goal for the next 30 days? Your mind works in chunks. My mind works in chunks. When you look at this ginormous picture, it's overwhelming. When you chunk it out and you're like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, what is one? We did vision boards last night, and everybody in the room, I was like, you guys, listen, if you played it safe on these action vision boards, what is that one thing a year from now that is such a scary, audacious, crazy goal for you to put down? If you held back from that, I'm going to encourage you to go home tonight and smack it on that board. We had one leader who was, we did our vision boards at the first Fast Track to Executive, and she put barefoot and Bali, and she was like, that just blew my mind, Tanya. Something I've always wanted to do. And last year she went on that trip and she was barefoot and Bali, and it was so cool to celebrate with her. So these vision boards, action boards are so important. After you're thinking of tangible goals, 30 days, 60 days, I want you guys to think about your physical transformation, financial transformation. What are you going to do as a family? I remember telling the kids, I said, listen, when I'm working out of the office and it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday nights, or it was, Tuesday, Thursday nights, you find what's best going to work for your family. And doing calls at night, I said, if you get frustrated, mom's going to look at you and we're going to talk about this code word, because we enlisted them in our vision. They could see the vision board. They could see the action board. They knew what the goals were as a family. And they're like, Mom and Dad, we want to go on vacation to California. I was like, awesome. So when I'm on a call or you get frustrated, I'm going to look at you and go, San Diego, baby. And it was crazy because at the time I had 5-star and I wanted to help 3 other people reach Crystal Executive. And when we were on that vacation and we were soaking in the sun, we hit 6-star, and I got a call from Kathy Coover, and it was so fun. So these vision and action boards work. My beautiful sister, Trudy Maples, we sat and just poured into the vision board, and she was putting all these things and she put them on little clips on her board. And it was really cool because she was talking about the next Fast Track to Executive that she took every single one of those clips that she had put on, because she had accomplished all of them. And how powerful a mindset is when you think 2-star and you think beyond to that 3-star and the next 4-star. What is that going to look like for you, and how will you help reward yourself along the way? Isagenix compensation plan rewards big time. How will you take those trips or do those special things or date nights to really help incentivize you along the way?
Yeah, I love that. And here's what I do about so the 90-day action plan. I hear a lot of people, we set that 90-day action plan, but we don't really break it down, right? So break it down into this month. This is what I'm going to do, so that it becomes easier to go, okay, daily, this is what I do, right?
Yes.
I broke up, I think, a little bit. So, but we got to break it down to where we know what I'm doing each day in order to.
Really, truly. And I think that if you're doing, that 3x3x3, Susan Sly, so brilliant when she's sharing that, making 3 connections, 3 follow-ups, and doing 3 pouring greatness and gratitude in people. And if you're on this call and you're wondering if this could happen for me, I want you to know I had those same questions. But what I did is I rolled my sleeves up and I just got to work. I was gritty. Instead of making 3x3x3, I was doing 10x10x10. It was whatever the pockets of life that I had in, that was what I was putting out there. And I worked in my pajamas. I mean, it was on, because we had a really big why, and I knew what I was capable of. And I talked about last night touring corporate office for the first time and seeing all these amazing leaders and hearing how they just made simple decisions every single day, but they were consistent. They showed up. They had a heart of service. They were making calls. They were connecting on Facebook. They were connecting on other different social media, and then they followed up. The biggest thing about these goals is staying in consistent action every single day, so that you are being able to take some things off that you had put out there for yourself. I always tell people 2-star is, 20 cycles a week. And I ask people, what is going to make an epic impact in your financial blueprint today? I want specifics. I want to know exactly the dollar amount. I had a leader message me this morning. I had a Zoom call with her about 5 months ago with an amazing up and coming leader, Shannon Cameron, and this was Karen Beeler. And she said, you know, Tanya, I remember it like it was yesterday. You said, what's going to make an epic impact? And right now there is a substantial bill over her head for about $6,000 a month to really help Forward Vision Cast for their family. And it was something that is just, it's like a noose around their neck. And I said, you know what, let's break that down. Let's break it down in how many cycles. Let's break it down per week. And then I want you to put that cycle amount in your panty drawer. I want it in front of you while you're doing dishes. Put it where you're getting ready. Put it by your speedometer. Put it everywhere you possibly can, because your mind needs a target. And you know what? Today she called and she was bawling on Marco Polo. And she's like, I'm going to be able to pay that bill this month with my Isagenix income. Thank you for casting out what's possible.
Yeah. It's so true. And you got to break it down. That's so what are some of the things, so somebody's going, how do I put one of these vision boards together? What types of things would I put on there? What are the things that I can do to start putting those together?
I would say, what is your big goals? So 30 days, I would say if you're on here right now and you have not hit 1 star, that would be my one, first thing. So putting 10 cycles everywhere on your vision board, putting it all different places. I'd also think about who are you going to invite along for the journey. So last night we took big poster boards and we mapped out the Crystal Executive. So one color was for you at the top, and then for each of the people that you were going to invite along for the journey. And then we put the other color sticky notes right on the side. That's a great visual because it maps out Crystal Executive. And then I tell them, do it again, and let's do it again. How maybe it's paying off debt. We just paid off Jeremy's truck and I cried. I was so excited because we are just chunking away at debt that has occurred over the last couple of years. What is something that's just hanging over your head? What's something that's super fun? So is it a vacation? Do you want to go get a specific purse because you've never been able to go out and treat yourself to that? It is important for you to be able to have little goals along the way and some really big, scary, audacious goals. We want to pay our house off. So I loved hearing how different leaders in Isagenix have done this. They actually took a camera and went around their city and took pictures of the home that they really wanted to be able to live in. And he had all of his family get out and they took a picture of it, and that's what went up on their vision board, and they live in that house today. I thought that was so cool. So tangible and yet some really big goals. What is it that's going to drive you when you're so tired or somebody's been a turkey to you on a call or in person?
Yeah, just casting it out there. And I love what you said, stretch, right? If you think there's something that's holding you back or something that you really want that you didn't put on there, take the risk to put that on there, right?
Absolutely. You'd be surprised. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what you can pull off. And I still make vision boards. One of the things that were on my vision board and that just happened was Jeremy and I went on a date night to Cheesecake Factory and we walked by Brookstone, and I'm totally a biggest germaphobe ever. But I was like, let's go sit in one of those massage chairs. And he's like, okay. So we went and sat in a massage chair, and I was like, one day I'm going to be able to order one of these suckers because I just loved them. I fell in love with them, and I ordered it the other day, and I was like, I can take that off my vision board. Being able to have a heart of service, what are you going to do to help give back? One of the things that were on our vision board was to stand up and give back to Make-A-Wish when the calling of that came out at Celebration again, and we were so honored to be able to do that. Helping our church, helping give to those who are really struggling. That drives me. The heart of service is a big driver and contribution for us. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So forward-focused thinking. It's all about creating a plan to help us get there. Now that we've got that plan, there are tools that will help us, right? That we've got that are going to help us to make that happen. So let's talk about some of the tools that we have here.
Awesome. Evernote is really key. This has been something that's been so duplicable because if I'm writing posts or I'm working in the associate checklist, we went over this last night, so I would be more than happy to post this in the 2-star page. I took the associate checklist and I moved it over into an Evernote. So that really helps me serve people and serve them well. They have better retention. It allows Jeremy and I to look at both the Evernote and go, oh my goodness, did you check this off? Have you, followed up with this person? And it's really been a work in progress. I also came up with a text order form. So I put that text order form right into the Evernote, and I'm able to take the new enrollment order right there. So when Jeremy's following up and talking to them, he knows what they ordered, when they started, what their associate ID number is, what their phone number is. And so Evernote has been really key and effective in follow-up for us for Duplicity. So I'll post that in if that's okay with you, Donovan, and I'd be more than happy to share that. The other part of this too, Melissa Lord shared how she is using ISA sales tools, and it was mind-blowing. So if you guys have not really looked into that, how to use it on the app and the desktop version, she's able to quick send things out. And another one of the leaders shared last night that a gal who she sent a video to had watched it over 20 times. She knew that that was someone she needs to continually reach out to because she's obviously extremely interested in what we have to offer here at Isagenix. So that was really great. The Evernotes, I will also, once I help someone get started, I'm all about maximizing my time with minimal effort. And so I put together a welcome note that basically goes over, make sure they get signed up for the ISA Body Challenge. And did they know they can register for that 3 times a year? So it's a total of $600. And if you are, joining Isagenix with your spouse, it's $1,200 in premium groceries every year, shipped right to the convenience of your front door. And you can't beat that. And it's, the accountability of rocking out your physical goals. So talking about Healthy Mind and Body and ISA Body Challenge, and this welcome Evernote that goes to people. I also took time to do a video of how to unpack their value pack. Get out a black Sharpie marker and what to write on everything, because the foundation of what we do is we need to realize people don't know what they don't know. And it's our job to hold their hand and serve them well. Really having a great first 30-day experience, vision casting out for their 60, 90-day experience. So just as much as we do this for our business, we're also going to do this for everybody that we are getting started and saying, hey, when you're a walking billboard, and you will be, and then vision casting where they'll be 60, 90, hey, a year from now, I know what's going through your head today. You're thinking to myself, oh my gosh, how long am I going to be doing this? We thought the same thing, and here we are 4 years later, and it is my easy button to getting in and feeling my body every single day. So Evernote has been efficient. It's been effective. I can write a post. I can gather information. It's like having 100 notebooks under my arm at any time, and scanning information, and you name it. So if you're looking of like, I don't know how to do Evernote, here's what I need to tell you. I didn't either. And I had the basics, and then I went to Pinterest and I pinned an entire folder of Evernote and how to use it. And then I Googled Evernote videos and I watched them on YouTube. This is your business, you guys. You will be successful as you choose to be, and roll your sleeves up. And if you don't know something, by goodness, we've got Google. You better Google it and figure it out. People tell me, I'm not sure how to navigate social media. I didn't either, but it's important for you to fail forward and be okay with learning that, and not expecting everyone to handhold you when it comes to fundamentals of how you can use tools outside of what we offer. Amazing tools in Isagenix. We also have a Facebook business page. So part of that Evernote checklist, I asked, I've added them to the Facebook business page. I welcomed them with their picture. It's so personal, and people want to know that they're special and feel welcome, so that you welcome them in with their picture. You write a little bit of information, and then I link in Evernote and say, hey, this is where you start. It's our Jim Coover compensation plan. It is so much value that goes into that, and it's something I can use over and over and over again, so I'm not recreating the wheel. And people find a lot of value. I also have the you share, they share video in that, so that I'm not constantly having to do that. The Facebook business page, you have to remember when you start this, if you're like telling them everything, it's like they have a fire hose in their mouth and it's overwhelming. So I let them know, hey, you're going to hang out in this page. I know you said you were not interested in a business, but what if I could show you a way to help get your products paid for? I talk to them and I forward speak as though they've already had success with the products. When you're that walking billboard and people start to ask you, I'm going to ask them 2 things. You can either help them open their own Freedom Wholesale account with Isagenix, or I would love to be able to help your friends and family. I am all in. I am sold out, because I believe that Isagenix has solutions for everyone, and it has changed our life epically, both physically and financially, and I'm all in. So when you're ready, you let me know, and I will help hold your hand and walk you through the process. So soundbite information, posting how easy it is to get your products paid for, promotions that are coming out from corporate, doing Facebook Live videos in your Facebook so people know you. I go to events and they're like, I just want to hug you. I feel like I know you. Thank you for pouring out everything into that page. And it's important. I just did the basics of the compensation plan video live the other day, because you have to know if you're really visioning what's coming, and you're willing to be open to that and really think when you build it, they will come. Every time people are being added into this page, you have to continue to teach the fundamentals. What's in the 90-day action plan? Where do they find information and how do they find it? Cindy Hedges said to me, Tanya, I know why you're so successful. I said, what is it, Cindy? And she said, I put my pants on the same way everybody else does every morning. And she said, yeah, but the difference is you go out and talk to a lot of people about Isagenix in those pants. And we both got a good laugh about it. So really teaching as you're going. The Isagenix tools, isagenixbusiness.com. It breaks it down, what you need to do right when you start, to what are the tools you use, who do you know? I love that list of who do you know. I'll immediately say to someone, hey, are you willing to write down about 20 names? And let's bust out 10 phone calls. Or when we go to a coffee meeting, my best friend thought I was so stinky. She's like, I can't believe you told me at a minimum to bring 5 people. And I said, how many people did you reach out to? And she said, like 15. And I said, how many people were at that meeting? There were 5. I said, your time is really important and so is mine. And I wanted to, again, maximize our time with minimal effort using those Isagenix sales tools. I love the catalog. I'll take that to my coffee meetings and walk through who Jim and Kathy and Eric are, what we're a part of, how long we've been around, our formulator, our master formulator, and then walking them through the 5 pillars of health and going over that beautiful value pack on the first page and why they're going to have so much success when they say yes to their best, healthiest self. Note, I do not say if. I don't say, I'm going to ask you. I say when, because I know it's a matter of time before they say yes. No means not now, not quite yet, or I'm still saving. The ISA Sales Tool app, my mind was blown. You would have thought that we just know everything about this as leaders, and being able to really, pace with what your goals are. You have to be open to knowing that you will never know everything about everything, being open to just taking those sound bites of information in and be a note taker. It's been a game changer for us. And that ISA Sales Tools app is absolutely changing the face of how we do business in Isagenix. Creating systems for success are duplicable. It's so important for us to know that when you're bringing people in, you need to think, was I going to have this experience when I was first brought in? And thinking, if I can do it, can somebody else do it? If you look so good at what you do, it doesn't look very duplicatable, and then it starts to look really hard. Having people have stair-step opportunities. Okay, I would go back and I'd say, okay, I did this, now what? And what Tracy did is she cast out the you share, they share. That was it. I didn't get the, oh, you're going to get 10% executive match and this and blah, blah, blah. Do something that's duplicatable and then continue to teach and train, because it's important, but don't get stuck there. My goal every week is helping 2 people open Freedom Wholesale accounts with this amazing opportunity, serving them well as customers and vision casting like crazy what's possible and what's at their fingertips.
I love it. And the nice thing about systems that are out, I was talking to somebody the other day about it, that, be efficient and automate as much as you can, right? So when you talk about Evernote, you talk about notes that you send to people. If you want to send congratulatory notes or things like that, write it up, copy it, paste it into Evernote, and then you can use it on a regular basis. You can share that with other people. You can customize it, make it their own, so you're not having to rewrite and reinvent the wheel every time, right?
Yes, and a couple of questions over on this side. Yes, we use Evernote and the ISA Sales Tools. Melissa Lord was just blowing our minds how she's made it just seamless because of the information she has gathered. When I do a follow-up email or get someone set up, I send a welcome to Isagenix email with their name, their associate ID, their auto ship, when it's due, and I walk them through how to adjust their next auto ship. So it's really important to do some of those things that you're right, Donovan, so you don't have to recreate the wheel over and over again.
Yeah, and guys, Evernote, you can go online, you can get an Evernote account. There's a free version of it. You can use it on your PC, you can use it on your phone. The nice thing about it, I think the free version, you get 2 devices. You can pay for a version where all of your devices are on there. So it's just something to check out. It's pretty awesome, and it's fantastic when you really get into it, start digging in.
It is. And, this is a business, Donovan. So when you purchase ISA Sales Tools, it is a write-off. When you purchase Evernote, it is a write-off. And
Yep.
man, having all your stuff in your notebooks with you, no matter where you're at, where I'm standing, I can send people information anywhere we are, and it's amazing.
Yep. All right, so let's talk about this. So we've got our plan, we've got our resources and tools, now we've got our activities, right? Talk to us about the activities.
So, sorry, I can't tell if you're done because you keep cutting out. So I commit to these action steps daily. I always have the 2-foot rule. If you're within 2 feet, you're going to hear about Isagenix somehow, some way. And I love asking a ton of questions. What fires me up is face-to-face connections. So going out, I love to be able to go out. If I'm running errands and, maybe I'm at a makeup counter and I would say to someone, hey, I thank you so much for your service. And, compliment them, because it's a lost art. And customer service these days, lost art. So the better you serve people and you serve them well, when I receive that, I always love to compliment people on it. And I slide over an Isolane bar and say, hey, lunch is on me today. I would love to connect with you. Do you have a Facebook? And 9 times out of 10 they do. So we connect on there. I have something called a digital business card. And if you go into your iPhone and you go into contacts, at the very top, it has your digital business card. My picture is actually my picture. And then I did the Facebook connector scanner on there. I've got all of my information. I ask them for their phone number and I send them a digital business card. That is one of my favorite things, doing face-to-face connecting. I love to go to places on a regular basis. So my Pure Barre, I'm continually connecting there. I love the ladies I work out with. Whether they ever say yes to Isagenix or not, they're going to be totally madly inquiring. That you drop just a little bit of information, you invest in relationships, and these are long-term relationships that I'm investing in, and asking the questions. Link them in to the business page as soon as you help them open a Freedom Wholesale account. I don't talk about just the products ever, and I don't talk about just the business ever. 9 times out of 10, I will tell you, I have maybe had one person come to me for the business, and because they were not madly open to what our products are in Isagenix, they didn't have success. I want to share both the opportunity with the business and both the opportunity with the products, marry them together and serve them up to them on a silver platter. We co-create consultants, and then they stick because they know what they know, and we are able to help teach them as they go. And that's really important. Follow-up calls are huge. I can't tell you how important this is. It takes an average of 8 to 15 times for someone to say yes to their best, healthiest self. So how are you being able to forward speak to them? I understand that this isn't your timing today, and asking for the referral. When you think of those people in your life who are struggling with sleep, they're struggling with weight, they feel miserable, and they're just struggling altogether with life, would you be open to giving them my information? Because I'm passionate about this. It pulls me out of bed in the morning, and I think about the people that we're being able to help and serve when I lay my head on the pillow at night. We're seeing this splash and this ripple through our children and their verbiage and their desire to love on people and meet them right where they are. So if you're, when your time isn't necessarily my timing, I'll be here when you're ready, because you will be ready at some point. Seasons change in people's lives. I say it in love, and I'll never forget saying this to my sister. I said, you know what? When you're ready, we'll be here. But I want to ask you this. You work 3 jobs. You're an extraordinary businesswoman. You're an extraordinary person. When you lay your head on the pillow at night, are you getting paid? Because I cycle when I sleep. And she said to this day that's something she could never, ever get out of her head. So know who you're talking to, and know how you can forward vision cast and speak into their life in such a way they go home, and when they leave you, they're like scratching their head going, did she really say that? Because it's the truth. Posture of confidence is key. I cannot tell you, last night we did this amazing visual of what belief is when you're bringing other limiting beliefs onto you, and when you're portraying those. And it was such a physical memory that I think every leader in the room will never forget. You take on limiting beliefs, but if you put up these invisible geysers, and you are who you are because it's your standard, it's your calling. We were talking about a job as a 9 to 5. When you are doing your calling, it's when you wake up to when you close your eyes and then you dream about it. And that's something that I'm so passionate about, creating a community has been a game changer. I have cried more in the last week because we put on these fast track to executives to go right along with the 90-day action plan. And I asked my assistant, I was like, Nikki, we got to find somewhere that is just so homey. And she's like, all right. She called around. She goes, I put on my wedding hat planner, and she found a facility at a library. Before we did it in our home, it grew so extensive that we are now doing it in a facility. And more than anything, I had people who hadn't been active that reactivated their accounts because they did not want to miss out on that community. And it broke me to tears. I thought, we are people who are made to live in community. Health and wellness events, especially as people are going along on their journey, I thought I was helping people build their belief, but in return, I was building mine. And so when you love people and you love them well, and it makes me emotional because it has been such a journey of opening our home and saying, our home is your home. Come in and learn. We're going to learn right alongside of you. I did not know how to draw out you share, they share when I started. I had an amazing opportunity. Tracy, I think, came to our first two, and she drew out the money, and I shared from the heart. And then where you surround yourself with people who maybe are not so great at things where you fall short, but I didn't focus on the things I wasn't great at. I focused on what I was good at and my gifts that God has given me. And I think when you do this and you form a community, it is priceless. The stories that play out in these events over and over again, you allow people to practice their 30-second story and fail forward over and over and over again. And, they were so funny. They're like, Tanya, we came ready because we never knew when you were going to call on us to share. And we wanted to make sure we were compliant and we had it down. That's how we learned. It really helps set the stage for everything that Isagenix has to offer. So if you're trying to go at this alone, man, you're missing out big. You want to link arms with other like-minded people and cast a vision. We went and I said it wasn't, if I build it, they would come. It was when. When I built it, I envisioned thousands of people coming. And here we are, now in our 4-year mark, and there are thousands of people that are coming, and they're continuing to come because they know how solid in our belief are, how much we love Jim and Kathy, the corporate staff, our entire team, the entire one team of Isagenix. And it's been like an awe. So you think 2-star, man, think past 2-star. When you build it, they will come. And committing to, how full is your calendar? I tell people when, leaders are calling and they're like, Tanya, I'm really frustrated. I'm like, let me see your calendar. How full is your calendar? How specific and intentional? How many people are you continuing to talk to? Are you willing to get out of your house? I had one leader who was stuck, and I'm like, we're going door to door. Let's go. And you know what? We didn't have any idea what we were going to say. And I had to stumble and fumble through it. And I wanted to run to my car when I first got out. So how bad do you want it? Join networking groups. And it doesn't mean that you have to go join like these business networking groups. Join groups of things that you are passionate about. I wanted to learn tennis last year. I talked to every single person about who we were, where we were going, how it would really help fuel them in their tennis. I made amazing connections, and several of them on our team now. Cooking videos. I mean, you name it. How can you connect, and then connect in person? Zoom has made this amazing. We have a team globally. So being able to get on calls with other leaders and connect and share passion, edify who they are, edify who the company is, edify this opportunity and where I know we are headed. We are headed to, you think Isagenix is awesome now, guys, just wait. Just wait. You're going to think you're lucky stars that you are a part of this company today.
Yeah, start, right? Like, I mean, now's the time. Whatever time you may be, whatever's happened, whatever's been going on, whatever, now's the time. Don't talk about what you didn't do, what you will do, about where you will be and who you're going to impact along the way. That's what I love about you and Jeremy and your passion for this. It's who you're impacting as you grow and as you go in this business.
It is. It's all about your mindset. It's funny. I've gone to a couple of different events, and last night my daughter started rubbing my back because the leader had said, I know this is a stupid question. And I came up out of it and I was like, I just got to sit back down because I will scream across the room, reframe that.
Yeah.
It is something that's so powerful. Your words are so powerful. And if you say this is hard, and if you say, you know, I just don't know if this is going to happen, the one consistent for you is you are always front row and center to what is coming out of your mouth and what is happening in your head between your ears. When you forward speak scary, audacious goals as though you've already achieved them, watch out, because they are going to happen. And you will be walking in shoes that today I feel like my feet have not hit the floor. I'm going to be really honest with you. So, you know, serve people well. The financial freedom comes, but it's in how you serve people and how you love them and how you never leave any leaders. You're there. And I always tell people, if you really want to run, I will send you a part of the associate questionnaire is a commitment form. I'm like, I want you to fill this out and I want you to send it back to me. And I do have it in an Evernote because it just makes it so effective. And I hold them accountable. I gave you step 1, 2, 3. When we talk next time, if 1, 2, 3 isn't done, I want you to know we're going to push that out again until you decide that you're going to do the deal, because your time and my time are really important. And I will never own someone's success or their lack thereof. It's their choice. But man, step into your greatness. And if you struggle in an area, stop focusing on that. Grow what you are good at, and then manage the rest of your minutes and grow. I mean, leaders are readers. So manage your minutes and learn how to do that. If you're struggling with that, go take some different places so that you can kind of pour into you. Events are a game changer.
That's it. That's true. All right, guys, well, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Our action real fast. My and chop those about this. I hate it, but we're making. All right, action plan. This week, I want you guys to just create your action plan based on forward thinking, right? So Tanya talked about it a lot. So create an action plan week, even if it's Thursday, right? It's Thursday. Go through Sunday. Go through the end of next week. Set a period of time and say, based on where I need.
You know what, Donovan? I'm going to step in here because you are chopping up. And so it's not making any sense. So I'm going to talk about these action steps for you because we're one team, right? Okay, so action steps, you're going to create a daily action plan. I have something called a Law of Attraction book, and this has really helped me manage my minutes. It's a day planner, so it has individual day plans, has this week's priorities, a personal to-do list. I love it because it has a positive habit maker at the bottom. So you find what works best for you. I also work in Google Calendar. So when I'm doing my appointments, people know I'm serious because I'll say, shoot me your email. I'm going to put it into my calendar and I'm going to send you an invitation, whether it's for a Zoom call, an in-person meeting, whatever it is, you're going to get a calendar invite from me. And I have to tell you that has gone far for belief system.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Tanya. All right, everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you guys. Make sure to register. All right, register at stepupto2star.com, and we'll see you guys next week, okay?
Thank you guys for being on.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.